Hi guys, Dan here today from BeyondSims.com, and this video is going to be just my initial thoughts about The Sims 4. So The Sims 4 was it was revealed today at Gamescom. So when I say today, I mean the 20th of August 2013 at 3 PM UK time. Because you may be watching this in the future, you know, Sims 4 could be out now when you're watching this. But I just want to give you my thoughts about what I think of it, how amazing the trailer looked, and, you know, what I expect to see from this game. Now, I just want to say that my window's open, you may hear people driving by, you may hear people laughing downstairs as there's visitors, so I just want to make you aware of that. Now, The Sims 4 was revealed today, yes, and we got to have a first look. There were two trailers, an announced trailer which featured, well, it wasn't from the game and you just had the renders of the Sims walking around the place, and then you had the official gameplay trailer, and it's Lindsay Pearson, I think I've got the name right there, shown us create a sim, building, and a bit of gameplay. And oh my gosh guys, I am not joking, the Sims look amazing, the graphics are incredible. I know there's a mixed reaction to how they look, but I think a cartoonier style is where the Sims needs to be. They need to look like Sims, not like real people, because if it's real, you know, if it's too realistic, where's the fun in the game? You know, you want all the funny random stuff, like Claire the Bear from The Sims 1, or the Social Bunny from The Sims 2, or in The Sims 4, it looks like, you know, we're gonna have a rocket. There's just all sorts of funny, weird things, and I think this is really gonna be a game which will have loads of the Max's humour, which we know and love. So here's a quick look at Create a Sim. You can see here, it is click and drag. That is how you make your Sims now. No longer do you have sliders. If you want to make them, you know, have wider shoulders, you just click it and drag it. You want them to have a bigger bum, you just pull it, you drag it. You want them to look thinner, you just click and drag. It's so much easier and so much more fun to make a Sim. You know, I'm not really fussed on Create a Sim. I'll just slap any sim together to get playing. I actually think I'm going to get into creating sims a lot more now, because it's just so easy and so fun to make them now, instead of playing around with sliders, which I absolutely hate. You know, it kind of makes The Sims 3 feel so outdated now when I look at it, you know, even just from this trailer so far. Here's another image of a male sim. You can see here, you know, you can choose if you want to be muscly, if you want to be big, if you want to be skinny. It's just so simple, and it is really a step forward in creating Sims for your game. You know, Sims to play with. So many more people are going to be able to find it easier to make Sims and make better Sims that only previously, you know, they could only think of. And you know, I know I'm taking a line there from the video, but it is true. You know, any sim you can think of now, you can make. You just, I can't get over how cool it looks. Now, the build and buy section of the game has also had a revamp. You can see all the arrows coming off the building here. You just plop down a square room, you can drag it to how you want it to look. It's easy, it's fast, you can make the house of your dreams. You just click it and you drag it and you've got a house showing up, and you can see what they've made here. It really looks really nice. I'm also going to try and build some nicer stuff now with this as well. And also, say you built a room and it's in the wrong place, you want to move it, you just pick up that room and you drag it and snap it onto the other side of the house. You know, it just makes things so much easier, less time consuming and less frustrating. I mean, just look at how cool this house looks. Look at it. The world is just full of colours and detail. Look at all the details on the trees, you know, look at all the details in the street, the house, the sky. It looks like such a detailed game, and this new graphic style that they're going for, the more cartoonier look, I think really suits the game, and I think it's a big step up from The Sims 3. Some people don't think it is, but I personally think, you know, we're stepping forward here in the terms of how much detail there is in our Sims game. I mean, it looks just as stunning at night as it does in the day. Now the next thing I wanted to quickly cover is the emotions of the Sims. A big thing now is that the Sims have a heart, they have a soul, they have a mind. They're going to express how they feel, they're going to express when they're angry, when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're depressed, and you can see in here, I mean, look at how much detail there is in, the bloke's face there, he just looks so fed up right now, and you can tell he is, while the woman's yakking on, yapping. And she's got so much detail on her face as well. The amount of detail that's going into this that I'm really looking forward to seeing. The Sims just seem so aware of what is going on in the world and know how to react to it. The Sim there's playing the violin, she's thinking about it. On the right there, the person with the blonde hair on the left, she's listening in, and they all know what's happening in the world. They're not unaware of anything, and it's just crazy. It uses this thing called Smart Sim, which is what's going to be powering this new generation of Sims. Again, in this picture, they're just so aware of what's happening. Now, to round up this video, I know it's been quite brief, but to round up, I just want to say my final thoughts on what we've seen so far. From the trailer, we're going to have the most interesting Sims ever, the most realistic Sims in the terms of how they behave. Maybe not how they look, but how they behave. They look absolutely stunning. They look, facially, they look great. I have no complaints about them. Apart from I wish hair was dynamic and moved, but it doesn't look like it is. Apart from that though, I'm chuffed with how the Sims are currently looking. I'm in love with the cartoony style of the game. It really reminds me of The Sims 2, which is, I think out of all the base games, Sims 1, Sims 2 and Sims 3, Sims 2 was my favourite base game out of them all. So for me, it's great that it reminds me so much of this. In the trailer we saw a rocket ship flying up, we saw a voodoo doll, and it really just is so random and just so funny that it makes The Sims a source of relief, from the real world, something different, something you can laugh at and have fun with, that's different from real life. And I think if we had realistic graphics where it looked something like Grand Theft Auto 5, I don't think our Sims would feel like Sims, and you wouldn't be able to pull off all the random and funny things we get in this game franchise. You just wouldn't be able to do it. The humour wouldn't work. And as you know from earlier, I am genuinely excited for Create a Sim. That is going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait. I really can't wait just to play this game. I'm so excited for it, and I can't wait for 2014 to arrive. So that's all for this video, and I will see you soon, guys. Happy simming.